What is going on, YouTube? It's Lamont at large, and today we're in a garbage-infested alley on the east side of town. This once was an apartment building. Looks like it has some fire damage, and now the only people that live in this spot are either people attempting to cook even more meth or some kind of vagrant slash squatter type people in this apartment complex. So today's story, we're going to learn something. I always want people to learn something on my channel. Always bad news on my channel, right? 99% of my stories are bad news. This was also bad news, but a lot of times we learn something, and I really do find that important, seriously. We're gonna go back to November 9th, 2021. There's a couple people in this Speedy Mart right here. It's a convenience store on the corner of Tropicana and McLeod. We have 48-year-old Patrick O'Neill and 22-year-old Dejanay. Her last name is either Levi or Levy, L-E-V-I. So they're in line. Now, Patrick gets annoyed. Not because of the rising cost of goods in these smaller stores, but because, well, Dejanay just cuts him in line. Maybe she's in a hurry. Maybe she thinks because she's a woman and she thinks that she's cute, she could, just slide on in line. Sometimes, women do that. Hey, I normally don't say anything. Maybe they're more important than me. They got something to do. I don't know. So, but Patrick, he's a man who's similar to me. He likes to have his opinion heard. And he tells Dejanay, I don't take too kindly to you just cutting in line in front of me like that. He probably says some words that are slightly different than what I just said. Point being, he took offense to what she did. And now, according to eyewitnesses, she did apologize. Hey, maybe she's in a hurry. Maybe this is an emergency. Maybe she's buying something and she's like, I gotta go, you know what I mean? But please. No, but Patrick is going on and on about it. He's getting really, really upset. And so he starts jawing at her, right? Now, I don't know if she said anything back. I don't know. Maybe she doesn't want any problems. Maybe she doesn't want any issues. Who knows? So apparently words are exchanged, and Dejanay is getting a little bit PO'd, if you will, that this guy is talking to her disrespectfully. Would this guy be talking to me this way if I were a man? Who knows? Maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. So the final straw is, as she's leaving the door, he calls her, as what they describe, an expletive. Maybe he called her, I'm not going to say the word on here, but it rhymes with witch. Starts with the B word, the B letter. So she basically turns around and tells him, something along those lines. And she just said, I'm going to go get my man. So out parked in the parking lot somewhere right here is Isaiah Levi or Levy. 21 years of age, this man right here. And this couple has a 6-month-old kid together. So she tells him, hey, this guy's talking disrespectful to me, and you need to go defend my honor, right? You didn't get with all of this just by, not being able to, you got to defend my honor is basically what you say. Okay, I'll give you the goods. Everything is good. The goods are good. Defend my honor, my man. So immediately, Isaiah, he's a man of action. He steps out of his vehicle and he has a gun on him. And as soon as Patrick O'Neill steps out of this door, Isaiah pulls out his gun and shoots him a couple times. Bang, boom. And as he pulls out the gun, Patrick turns around to try to start running into the store, but he didn't make it because he collapsed somewhere right here. And after he shot him, Isaiah says, quote, F with my girlfriend and I'll shoot you again. And then he turns around, they get in their vehicle and they leave. Now, I see this really interesting camera system right here. It's blinking lights. I don't know if that was installed because of the shooting or not, but kind of simulates the whole thing with the police. Let's see what's going on in here. Not very busy in here right now. Okay, but this is where the argument would have started. And by the way, guys, they're hiring for cashiers, $15 an hour. So, after the police are called, paramedics arrive as well. They take Patrick to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. All this for cutting in line. Now, it would be some time, it'd be about a few months or so before eventually Isaiah and Dejanay were caught, apprehended. They were caught in Killeen, Texas. Killeen is about 45 minutes away from Waco. Probably had family down there, probably hiding out. So eventually they're arrested, they're brought back to Las Vegas to stand trial for the Patrick O'Neal's murder. Now, what ended up happening is Dejanay, she pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter. She received between 2 and 6 years in prison. Now, as the recording of this video, she is going up for parole in about 2 weeks. So I will put on the screen whether she got it or not. Looks like this guy has a problem with this guy not letting him cross the street. He gave him the good old-fashioned American bird language sign. The sign language, the American bird. Yeah, I know how it is, buddy. You cross the street and they don't want to let you cross. I know, I was in your shoes before. I'm actually in your shoes right now because I'm walking. So she gets 2 to 6 years in prison. Let's see if she gets parole. She can get out and take care of her child. Remember, guys, a 6-month-old child, I might have said 6-year-old by mistake, 6-month-old child, the couple had together. Now, Isaiah, he ended up pleading guilty to the murder. Now, he got a pretty good sentence. For somebody who killed somebody, he got 10 to 25 years in prison. Now, he didn't have any prior felony offenses, so that probably helped him. So, he got 10 to 25 years. Looks like he's growing his hair out. I don't know why prisons, for the life of me, I don't know why prisons cannot update their cameras. All of their pictures look like they were taken with digital cameras from 2000. It's 2024. You can get a $75 camera with at least 12 megapixels. It doesn't have to be these blurry images. I don't understand what's up with these prisons. But anyways, so he'll be up for parole, I think in 2033, something like that. All for cutting in line. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This is going to be the last stop in our little tour, if you will, of these deadly gas stations. So this story does not involve a murder, but it does involve a death, and it's one that I actually witnessed with my own very eyes. So back in 2014, I was driving a taxi for a company called Deluxe, which is located in Henderson. They're about, I want to say, 5 miles down Boulder Highway right here, right? So on that day, it was my day off, and at my job, there was an auto mechanic place, which they basically used to fix the cabs, and you could bring in your own car to get it fixed there as well. And I was renting a room about maybe 4 blocks up this way right here. So I drove my van, dropped it off at my job so they can look at it and tell me what was wrong with it. And I decided to take the bus back because there was only one bus up here. Then I just kind of walked back to my house, my rented room. So I get off the bus stop right over there, right? So I come over here to get something to drink. And as I'm coming out of this place, like at this time now, it's like about 5 o'clock, and it's like, you know, rush hour or whatever. And there's just a bunch of cars waiting to, you know, right on the street where I'm at. Now, if you see this lane right here, this is a turning lane. Now, right there, that's a bicycle lane. That wasn't there before. They just put that in maybe a few years ago. So I'm standing right here, and I'm just walking towards this light because I'm, you know, going to be walking home. And I see this guy on a scooter, and I just hear, and mind you, there's cars all the way down, at least within a city block away. But this lane, this is a turning lane, and this is open. And this guy, I'm just watching him because anytime I see people on scooters, I just watch them. So I'm about right here. And there's traffic on this side too. What this guy doesn't know is that there's an ambulance with his lights and sirens on, and he's coming this way. And he has no idea what's gonna take place. And this guy just going. And mind you, the light is green, but there's traffic all over here. And this guy comes and smacks right into an ambulance. 35 miles an hour, right into the side of an ambulance. As soon as he hit that ambulance, I knew he was dead. He had a passenger on that scooter too, so they both, boom, they just smacked right into it. And of course, the ambulance was already there because they were transporting somebody else to the hospital. And his body, when he hit that ambulance, his body, it looked like it just turned to jello. It was just, there was no muscles in his body anymore. Everything was just gone. So later on, after I got home and about the 8 o'clock news, it was on there that he did in fact die. Just had a green light, but didn't stop to think why there was so much traffic. And for all he, you know, knew, there could have been a car just running a red light coming this way. So killed himself right there. Yeah, don't ride like that, guys. All right, that concludes the video. I am out of here. I'm gonna go fly my drone now. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good one. Peace out.